Welcome to Future Business School's Book Bites. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of decision-making with Thinking in Bets by Annie Duke. In this book, Duke, a former professional poker player, teaches us how to think more strategically in life by embracing uncertainty and making better decisions. Let's explore 20 key lessons from this insightful book and show how you can apply them to improve your daily decision-making. 1. Life is a game of bets.
Annie Duke starts by explaining that life is a lot like poker. It's about making decisions with limited information. Every decision is a bet, with potential gains and losses based on uncertain outcomes.
Think about choosing a new job. You never know 100% if it will be the right fit. But after weighing the pros and cons, you make a decision, a bet, based on the available information.
2. Distinguishing between decision quality and outcome.
Duke emphasizes that a good decision doesn't always lead to a good outcome. Conversely, a bad decision can sometimes lead to a favorable result.
For example, if you invest in stocks after researching the market and the stocks still drop, it doesn't mean the decision was bad, just that luck didn't favor you. This helps us separate skill from luck in decision-making. 3. The role of luck in life.
Luck plays a huge role in the outcomes of our decisions, but we often attribute too much success or failure to our choices.
For instance, in poker, you can make the right call, but luck still determines whether the cards fall in your favor. In life, understanding the role of luck helps reduce overconfidence in our decisions.
One of the central themes of the book is learning to embrace uncertainty. Duke argues that accepting we don't have all the answers leads to better, more flexible decision-making.
In real life, whether starting a business or embarking on a personal project, accepting that you won't know everything up front allows you to adapt and adjust as new information emerges. Instead of thinking in black and white, Duke encourages us to think in probabilities. Nothing is 100% certain, so consider decisions in terms of how likely outcomes are.
For example, if you're deciding whether to move to a new city, you might evaluate it as a 70% chance of improving your career, but a 30% chance of increased living expenses. Thinking this way helps manage expectations. Duke teaches the importance of asking, what else could happen in any decision? By considering multiple outcomes, we reduce the impact of unexpected events.
For example, when deciding to launch a new product, think not only of success, but also of potential challenges, such as market competition or changes in consumer trends. Don't fall victim to resulting. Resulting is the mistake of judging the quality of a decision based solely on the outcome. Duke cautions against this mindset.
For example, just because a business fails doesn't mean the decision to start it was wrong. External factors like market conditions or timing might have contributed to the failure. Focusing on the process rather than the result helps us learn better. Duke explains that experience alone isn't enough to improve decision-making. You need to reflect on your decisions, learning from both the successes and failures.
A great example is athletes who review game footage to improve. It's not just about playing, it's about analyzing what worked and what didn't, then adjusting their strategy for the future. Avoiding hindsight bias. Hindsight bias is the tendency to see events as having been predictable after they've occurred. Duke warns that this bias can cloud our decision-making.
For example, after a major stock market crash, it's easy to say, I knew it was going to happen. But in reality, predicting such events is nearly impossible, and hindsight bias distorts our view of how decisions were made. Duke stresses the importance of long-term thinking. Short-term outcomes can be misleading, but focusing on long-term trends helps us make more informed decisions.
For instance, saving for retirement might seem unimportant in the short term, but over decades, the power of compound interest makes a significant difference. Long-term thinking leads to better life choices. Duke highlights that being able to change your mind is a strength, not a weakness. When new information comes to light, it's crucial to update your beliefs and decisions.
For example, a CEO who changes course after realizing their initial business plan isn't working is more likely to succeed in the long run than one who stubbornly sticks to a failing strategy. Peer pressure can often sway our decisions, but Duke advises us to remain independent and base decisions on our own analysis.
For example, just because all your friends are investing in the latest cryptocurrency doesn't mean you should follow blindly. Do your own research, assess the risks, and make an informed decision based on your judgment.
Teams can benefit from thinking in bets by discussing decisions in terms of probabilities and potential outcomes. This approach leads to better collaboration and less blame when things go wrong.
Consider a project team deciding on a marketing strategy. Instead of debating who's right, they could discuss the likelihood of different strategies succeeding, improving group decision-making. Admitting I don't know is powerful. Duke explains that acknowledging uncertainty can lead to better decisions, as it prompts us to seek out more information.
Imagine being in a meeting where everyone assumes they know the best course of action. If one person admits, "I'm not sure," it opens the door for more exploration and better solutions. Duke suggests creating a system of accountability in decision-making. By openly discussing and analyzing decisions with others, we can improve our process.
For example, in business, having regular decision review meetings helps keep teams accountable and encourages learning from both successes and failures.
Groupthink happens when a group makes decisions without critically evaluating alternatives, often due to the desire for harmony.
For example, in corporate environments, teams might agree with the leader's decision just to avoid conflict, even if it's not the best choice. Encouraging diverse perspectives can prevent groupthink. Duke teaches that understanding and managing risk is critical for better decision-making. By evaluating the risks involved in each decision, we can better prepare for different outcomes.
For instance, before starting a new business, it's essential to assess risks like market demand, competition, and financial stability. Being prepared helps mitigate potential losses. In both sports and business, we often fall into the trap of judging decisions based on outcomes alone. Duke calls this the resulting trap.
For example, if a football team loses a game after making a risky play, we might blame the play itself. But in reality, the decision could have been sound, and the failure was just bad luck. A key takeaway from the book is the importance of continuous learning. By reflecting on past decisions and adapting, we improve our decision-making over time.
In real life, this could mean seeking feedback from colleagues or friends, or reviewing past decisions to understand what went right or wrong. It's all about constant improvement. Finally, thinking in bets is not just about business or poker, it applies to personal growth as well. By treating every decision as a learning opportunity, we can grow and become more resilient over time.
For example, when deciding to pursue a new hobby or skill, we don't know if we'll excel. But by taking calculated risks and learning from the process, we improve and become more confident in our decisions.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into Thinking in Bets by Annie Duke. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to future business schools book bites. Continue learning, keep pushing boundaries, and stay tuned for more content designed to help you succeed.